So what should we reflect on when it comes to Shivasal B'Tamuz? What should we think about? So certainly Chazal, our rabbis, gave us a clear picture of what happened on this day. Number one, Moshe Rabbeinu took the luchos, took the tablets, broke them in front of the eyes of Klal Yisrael, of the Jewish people. Said it's over, the marriage is over. That kiddushin, that betrothal that took place, smash. Number two, a breach in the wall. A breach in the first Beis HaMikdash's wall and the second. Number three, there was a guy named, a general named Apostomus. He took a Sefer Torah, the Sefer Torah, and he burnt it. Number four, he placed an image, an idol, in the Holy of Holies, in the Holy Sanctuary. And number five, the Korban Tamid, the daily sacrifice that was brought, had stopped. So there's many different explanations what the common denominator is. I think one common denominator is that each one of these things represents our connection, our relationship. I think every one of us could realize, as the Nefesh HaChaim says, we all have a sanctuary, and we're supposed to build a sanctuary in our hearts and have Hashem present there. And every one of these acts represents a disconnection. No more connection. There's an actual shaila. The question is, today a day of mourning or a day of tshuva? And I think it's both. We mourn the fact that we don't have the Beis HaMikdash, which represents the fact that we're so distant. And we need to return to Hashem. One of the ways of returning to Hashem in the time of the Beis HaMikdash was a little lamb. And yesterday I happened to visit my good friend David Rose, who has a beautiful backyard with, I hope he doesn't mind me announcing, the beautiful animals. And the most amazing thing I always, when I go there with my kids, is to stare at the little goats, the little lambs, especially the ones that are less than a year old, because I think, wow, what it'd be like to hold one of these and take it to be sacrificed for the Korban Pesach. And in truth, every single day, two of these cute little lambs brought on the Mizbeach. And it sounds a bit strange. Perhaps I actually took a video. I'll share with the other video so you have a little bit of a sense. It sounds like something that we can't relate to. These two lambs being sacrificed made such a difference that that's what we should reflect today. And the answer is yes. Tamid, first of all, represents a continuous relationship with Hashem. And these two lambs that were brought, whether we fully understand and comprehend how a korban works, like the Ramban says, that everything that's is done to the animal, the shechita, the sprinkling of the blood, represents really what we're supposed to experience. These two sacrifices made sure that we had a clean slate. The korban at night would wipe out, meaning towards the afternoon, towards the evening, would wipe out all the sins of the day. And the one in the morning wiped out all the sins at night, and therefore there was a clean slate. I was counseling a couple, and I was trying to help, and there were things that were being brought back from the past, and I said, start right now, clean the slate. It's a whole different world. It's not easy, and Hashem gave us that gift. And I want to add one more additional point. I think someone once asked, why is it the luchos, when Moshe Rabbeinu broke the luchos, why is that something that connects to everything else? It's not even connected to the Beis HaMikdash. And I was thinking, Moshe Rabbeinu not coming down, it says that everything started because they said, where's Moshe? Ki voishesh Moshe, forget about it, because then Moshe Aish, he's not coming. And there was some level of distrust. If you really trusted Moshe and he told he's coming down, he's going to come down. Emunas Chachamim is something so hard for us today. To choose a Rebbe, to choose a Rav that has, I say there's three qualities you should look for. Yirah Shamayim, he's available at least within 24 hours, and he cares about you. He doesn't have to be perfect, but he's there for you. He's objective. There was someone who came to Moshe Feinstein, and he told him, I have the most amazing opportunity. I could get the most amazing job. He was an Israeli, came to America. Moshe Feinstein, and he asked him, he said, I have a straggly beard. Should I shave or not? Moshe said, do you need the money? Is there a big loss involved? He said, no, I make good money anyway. He was a painter, but I could get the most amazing position. Moshe Feinstein told him, don't shave. This person said, what does this old man really know? You go to a business in Manhattan, into New York. He wanted to go into a firm. It wasn't a firm, it was a business that would take him in building. He'd get the most amazing position. He decided not to shave. And what happened? Famous story, he came to the interview and the person interviewed him, non-Jew. And after the interview, he said, "You really fit the bill. There's only one problem. I have a lot of workers that are Haredim, very strict, keeping laws of Judaism, from Jews. And I know during this period, they don't shave their beard. And the fact that you did, and I know why you did, because you wanted to impress me, that itself takes away from the true emunah, the true trust that I could have in you." And he didn't get the opportunity. Trusting Chachamim is the key for a person to be successful. Choose one. Follow him. There's a lot of information to reflect on today. Hatzlacha Rabba, a meaningful fast.